Just when you thought it was getting boring, quiet, nothing was happening, our hero, Richard Sherman, comes to the rescue. Now, we're talking right after our show yesterday when we're cutting this video, so it's 3 p.m. Pacific. His war with Darrelle Revis, at this point it may have blossomed into a full-out thermonuclear conflict, has just begun. We've had a couple of shots over the bow, a couple of attacks back and forth a little bit, and we don't know how it started. We do know that it seemingly is referencing Richard Sherman has put up some of the videos again that he shot at the Super Bowl that you talked about with Darrelle Revis. Revis yesterday stunned to be on the trade block, according to the Jets,
right.
Now finds himself in a battle he cannot win with a mouth he cannot defeat.
No, and the timing is curious, and maybe it is because Richard reposted his video from New Orleans where he was man on the street and asking people who the best corner in the league was. If you haven't seen the video, he was just going up to fans out there, who's the best corner in the league, Richard Sherman or Darrelle Revis? And most people didn't know who he was.
Right.
So there were people saying, Revis is better, Sherman's on drugs, he's slow, blah, blah. So it was a funny video. Anyway, Revis, for whatever reason, decided to take to Twitter and start challenging him, saying this guy's talking to this, he's talking more than a little girl and trying to get notoriety by using my name. And of course, Richard Sherman, being Richard Sherman, went right back at him. And for us, it's fun. Obviously, it's entertaining to watch the back and forth, but you couldn't help but read it. And as much as we've talked to Richard and been around him, you picture him sitting there smiling,
just enjoying every minute,
just having a good time. There's an innocence to him. I mean, he's a smart guy. I think he knows if somebody's getting mad, but it's a
childlike quality.
Yeah, I just think he looks at it like, I'm just messing with this guy. I'm having fun, and you could see Revis on the other side, probably not a grin in there, probably very angry. And the back and forth, do yourself a favor, go to Twitter, look them both up. It's very, very funny.
As much as you should follow us, I mean, following at Richard Sherman is constant entertainment.
Right, and I thought our listeners, one of our listeners had a great point. They sent in a text to the show saying, people in Seattle are uncomfortable with it because it's not passive aggressive. Because it's right there, right. And somebody else called him the new Gary Payton. He's Seattle's new version, the Seahawks version of Gary Payton.
Stay in their face, Richard. You're doing great.